What's up, YouTube? This is Josuee. I'm back at it again with the top 5 hip hop rap albums of 2014. So, what I know of 2014 is that I was not really expecting a lot of projects to come out that year. A couple of Oxymoron by Schoolboy Q and YG's My Crazy Life was expected, but it was a pretty stale year for hip hop for 2014. So, I'm basically guiding myself with what I've heard of every rap album that year and rating them from 5 to number 1. So let's get started. Let's see who's starting at number 5. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all that good stuff, you can follow me right there. Alright, let's proceed. Let's see who comes in at number 5. Alright, so coming in at number 5, we have Cause and Effect by Cause. Cause is an upcoming artist signed on J. Cole's Dreamville record label. Cause grew up in the East Coast, I believe in New York City. J. Cole signed him, I believe, not that long ago, maybe like 2 years ago. And he dropped his first freshman album, which is Cause and Effect. If you haven't listened to this album, it's pretty amazing. Lyrically, it's just basically a lot of just chill beats, nothing upbeat, up tempo. It's just him spitting, giving you that lyrical flow, like a J. Cole type of influence. He is still pretty young. I might see him grow. Maybe he could drop another album, hopefully maybe this in 2016, and see if the hype can surround him and make him known, because he is a very gifted MC. Obviously, if you're signed by J. Cole, then you gotta spit that hot fire, and that's what Cause does in this album. My favorite song from this album is probably "Knock the Hustle." He has one with Paws, which is that one is right here. I think I don't know which one it is. Where is it at? Oh yeah, I Need That. It's a really nice track as well. Knock the Hustle remix on the album with J. Cole. Very nice. J. Cole gives you a very East Coast type flow in that record. So, naming number 5, Cause and Effect. Let's see who comes in at number 4. Alright, so coming in at number 4, we have Paws with Last Winter. If you don't know who Paws is, he's another upcoming artist signed by J. Cole's Dreamville record label. He dropped this and probably, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, in the summer of 2014, maybe June-ish, I believe. A lot of good tracks on this album. You have My Nigga Just Made Bill, which is the one just playing right now. You have another one called Golden Goals, which is amazing, which also came on Dreamville's latest mixtape that I think it's called Revenge of the Dreamer. So there's a lot of hits on that one, but it didn't make this category because it's considered a mixtape. So if it did, it probably ranked maybe number 3. But Boz, that's how I found out about Boz. Very lyrical, very just East Coast flow. He's from New York as well. I believe he was born in France. He has a song called Charles de Gaulle to JFK, which is the one playing right now. Amazing track. He can give you storytelling like J. Cole. There was an interview with J. Cole asking him if he signed him because he was his buddy prior to that. And he just said, no, man, it's just basically he spits fire, and I mean, he can relate to my situation, so that's why I signed him. And he's an amazing artist. He is probably the most underrated rapper coming up. He needs more, I guess, commercial promotion, but he's that type of rapper to just spit lyrical things, and sometimes this generation doesn't really grasp that, because all they want to do is turn up, so they don't really want to pay attention to the lyrics, more to the beat. But if you haven't heard about Boz, check it out. I rate this album 3.5 out of 5 stars. Amazing. So let's see who's coming in at number 3. Alright, so coming in at number 3, we have YG's My Crazy Life. When I heard that YG was dropping an album in 2014, I was pretty skeptical. I didn't really fuck with YG before this album. I was really iffy about him. I was expecting more from a guy that's coming out of Compton. Well, Bompton. I was expecting more from him. You know, knowing that you're from Compton, you know, you had Dre, you had all these rappers like Cube and WA, you know. So when I first heard YG, I believe it was with Tooted and Booted dropped in 2010. It was just something so like basic. I didn't really fuck with it. Something just like, you know, for I don't know, like little kids. Even then, I really listened to the lyrics of rap albums. So when I heard that, I was like, well, whatever. But when he dropped this album, My Crazy Life, a lot of hits. BBT, one of my favorite ones. You have I Just Want to Party. A lot of good ones actually. There's one I believe that is called Picking Back Being Bull, which is dope as hell. You also have the one that everybody knows is My Nigga. Do It To You is dope. It's a really dope song. I bumped that song maybe for like the whole summer 2014. So amazing project. Really, really, really surprised me because YG was like younger, like eh. But after I heard this, I was pretty surprised. So I'm pretty excited to hear if he's dropping another album. I will listen to it. I fuck with them now after this album. So if you haven't heard of YG's My Crazy Life, go check it out on iTunes, on YouTube. Pretty dope rap album, affiliated, associated, and influenced from the West Coast. You know, it has that gangsta beats, which is, you know, who doesn't like that? So go check it out. He's number 3 on my list, and let's see who's number 2. Alright, so coming in at number 2, we have Logic's Under Pressure. If you haven't heard about Logic, he's a white/black rapper. I was surprised to find out that he was mixed because he looks like a white boy if you look at his pictures. He's a dope MC, spits really, really, really fast. He reminds me like of a young, like maybe Infinite Eminem. You can see the influence there as well. If you listen to that album of Eminem, you listen to this one, you can see like, you know what, I can hear a lot of Eminem's old style in this. So he really reminds me of Eminem. He dropped the album this year, and actually last year in 2015. A really, really dope project. I rated it number 6, so it didn't make my last video, which was the top hip-hop rap albums of 2015. But it's a really, really dope album. Go check that out as well. Logic is pretty underrated. Basically, like I said in my previous slide, that this generation is mostly about beat, not about lyrics. But if you go check this dude out, you probably won't be surprised with what he can deliver. There's a video actually, him on a radio station doing a freestyle off the top of his head, and he's doing a Rubik's Cube, and he's literally doing both at the same time. He's freestyling and he's solving it, and he solves it in less than like 20 seconds. So to come up with stuff on top of your head and do that, be focused on that, it's pretty amazing. It shows the talent that he possesses, and maybe in a couple of years he'll probably blow up more. So I have him at number 2. My favorite song on this album is probably Under Pressure, Never Enough, and Alright with Big Sean. So I'm rating that at number 2. Let's see who's coming in at number 1. Alright, so coming in at number 1, I have Schoolboy Q's Oxymoron. Schoolboy Q is affiliated with TDE, Top Dog Entertainment, which includes Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock, Absol, and of course Schoolboy Q. The first time I heard of Schoolboy Q, I was probably driving towards LA, and I heard Hands on the Wheel on his Habits and Contradictions mixtape, and I was like, wow, this dude's pretty dope. The beat, everything about him is pretty dope. Lyrical. With this album, he got more lyrical. He throws like pretty dope beats. Majority of the album is pretty dope at hard like beats. You can see the influence of gangsta rap as well. It's pretty shocking to me because I didn't expect this album to reach like radio play, but it did a lot. I remember at that time, Hell of a Night was like all over. You would go to actually clubs and you would hear it, and I was like, wow, like, I didn't really expect Schoolboy Q to kind of blow up like that. More people know about him now, but before he was just like, oh yeah, him, yeah, like Kendrick Lamar is the main one. But he kind of made a name for himself with this album. Really shocked me. Um, Me and my girl love this album. Brings back a lot of memories because that's when we barely started dating. So really joyful time period around that when he dropped this album. Um, this one as well, Man of the Year, was pretty dope. So this whole album, the one that probably got the most radio play was Studio, because literally everywhere we went and you would turn on the radio, it was just Studio. So I mean, if you don't know, if you just know that song, it's coming from this album. Just check out the whole album if you haven't done it. It's basically all gangster rap. He's lyrical, dope beats. It was a pretty still year for hip hop, like I mentioned in the beginning of my video. I'm not trying to say, trying to throw some shade at Schoolboy Q, but he was number one in my eyes because there was not a lot of, projects coming out this year. So I'm giving number one to Schoolboy Q. If you disagree with me, then you can name your top five rap albums on the comments on my YouTube below. If you agree with me, then give me a like. Share me, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff. And till the next time, I'm probably going to do the top 5 albums of 2013, which is going to be pretty hard for me because a lot of dope projects dropped that year. So stay tuned. I'll probably be releasing that one tomorrow night. So number one, Schoolboy Q. I'll see you tomorrow.